GMGers and GMGettes, are you ready?
Countdown, 60 seconds to get ready for the Good Morning Gang morning show. It's time to get ready. Get your coffee, tea, trees, or whatever need be. Then put on your seatbelt. We're going on a journey. We'll discuss trending topics, music and breaking news to help get your morning right. Big Phil speaks, giving you his one-of-a-kind point of view. It's a GMG, and we're family. So as we count down to the start of the show, prepare for the unexpectedly. If you know, you know. Tell 1 to 7 of your friends to come in. Share your love for the show. We're about to begin. The GMG countdown.
It's time to wake yourself up. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. You feel me?
Good morning to you.
Hey, looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the instrument and take your friends and them, can and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps,
Doo-be-doo-be-doo-doo-doo-doo. Good morning to ye, gang. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you feeling? How are you feeling this morning? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the, yeah, baby. We in the building. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. Brought to you by myself, Big Phil Speaks. And we back for another one. Episode 305 of them things. Episode 305 of them things. Tough love. Huh? And before I go any further, I got to give a warning. I got to give a warning. Y'all check this out and listen. Warning.
Warning, warning, warning.
Federal law, Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107 allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material in the creation of a new work for purposes included but not limited to criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture, baby. That part.
The free fizzle of the kizzle, baby. Free flow of the culture. Yeah, that part, huh? Y'all know what it is. It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. We back for another one. Yes, another one. Huh? There's a lot going on out here. There's a lot of things that we need to keep these eyes open, these ears open, and our third eye on full swivel and pivot at all times. You hear me? Because if not, you're gonna get caught out here slipping, and we don't want that. I know I don't want that for you, whether you're GMG or the rest of the weeples out here in the world. I don't want you getting caught out here without your third eye being on point. You feel me? Listen, who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? It's roll call time. Ooh, 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 ooh. Listen, sexy sugar mama, she's first up the bat. Good morning, good morning. Listen, young Dre, salute GMG. Trick baby, crack baby in the building. Terry Morning, Terry Morning. Terry Murray, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye, Polo Dolo riding solo from the Kansas City way. Huh? He in the building. Tiffany is in the building. Good morning to ye. Listen, I see you. Zola is in the building. What's goody like the mob? You hear me? Who else we got in here? What? Keenan Cone can't go wrong. He back in the building. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, Keenan. Glad to see you in the building. Uptown Jay from around the way. My uptown homegirl Nelly Nell is in the building. Darnell G is in the place to be. Original GFG. You feel me? He's in here. Listen. Listen, music for God too. Good morning, darling. She's in the building, huh? Rich Wilson, what up, though? What's goody like to mob? One wheeler, gang. Salute. Good morning to ye. Over on the good IG. Lee's was good. I am beautiful people was good. Oh, Adrian, good morning. Shout Crystal. Yeah, it's been a minute. How have you doing? Thank you. Yeah, that's a new feature they got. If y'all don't know, over on IG, they now allow me to put URL, a website link below in the live. I woke up to that one. I said, okay, I can utilize that to tell people to come over here, or I can put a link to a product or service that I might be selling. I said, Lord have mercy. I need a new phone. My YouTube has been shut down. No space. Lord have mercy, old Adrian. Lord have mercy. K Kai was good. Salute. Listen, there's a lot to talk about this morning, ladies and gentlemen. And y'all know what I like to say before I go any further. If you're new to the situation, do me a favor. Do me a favor if you would. Come on over to YouTube if you're not here. And if you're here, y'all know what you're supposed to do. Hit that thumbs up for your boy Book Up. And while you at it, if they have the new feature either under the video on YouTube, or if you're on mobile, click the three button drop down and hit the hype feature, to hype the video. What it does is let YouTube know that this video should be pushed a little bit further in the algorithm. And y'all know what I like to say. I want to menage with the algorithm. That part, huh? There she goes. Shout Crystal. Good morning. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Lady Costa she's in the building, huh? Listen, look, yeah, Rich, y'all New Yorkers are showing out, huh? The Knicks is trying to do their thug thizzle. I ain't no hater. Shout out to the Knicks in their endeavors to become the NBA champions of 2025 through 6. But we gonna see if it holds out. Some saying Knicks in 4. I'm like, Lord have mercy. But yeah. Shout out to that. OG, what's goody like the mob? 20 bandana, whoop, what's goody? I see you. You can participate. It's all good. You can participate. Shout Crystal. Oh no, that's oh Adrian. I'm sorry. I don't know what you did to your phone. Oh Adrian, I don't know what you did. Maybe you can start a new YouTube channel. You can start a new one and just let it be your little ducky or your underpage. I don't know. Big Brooklyn, Miss Seductive. I see y'all over there on the IG side, huh? Good morning, good morning. Listen, I don't know where I want to start. I don't know where I want to start, but yeah. Y'all see what today's show is about. Good to see you still doing your thing. We must catch up. Yes, indeed. Shout Crystal. Yes, indeed. I took a little hiatus, but I'm back at it like a crackhead with a crack habit. I just got to have it. You hear me? I'm here. Listen, I don't know which one I want to start with. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start the show off here. Brother LL Cool J, living legend, icon, rapper, historical rapper, actor, philanthropist, husband, husband. Shout out to LL. LL Cool J stood by his wife through her battle with a rare bone cancer, even offering doctors bone from his own leg to help save her. Woo! 30 years of marriage later, they're still standing. That's what I'm talking about. That's what love is about. I'm pretty sure they done went through ups and downs outside of the cancer. Ladies trying to invade the space, and I don't know, what else. But yeah, the fact that they're still like this after 30 years of marriage says a whole lot in this world. So shout out to LL Cool J and Mrs. Smith. You feel me? I love love, boy. When it look like that, boy, that's what I stayed for, ladies and gentlemen. Once I say I do, and she said I do, then yeah, that's what I stayed for. Longevity or whatever the case may be. Too many people in this day and age just want a momentary uh thing, fling, or satisfaction. I'm looking for the long term, baby. That part, huh? Let me move on with the move on. Let me move on with the move on, huh? This one here, goes from we talk about LL stand by your man or stand by your woman. You hear me? LL definitely did that and is doing that. Shout out to that. Yeah, right, Young Dread. Salute to the legendary LL Cool J. Bless them, still going strong. That part, no matter what social media does, no matter what the world is doing, no matter how many distractions, temptations, and influences may come about for either or party, because she's a number one stunner too. Look at her, look at her, gorgeous or whatever. Respect, LL, respect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure it ain't just him that had ladies coming at him. I'm pretty sure the fellas was coming at her, and the fact that they standing together like that says a whole lot, especially in this day and age. Connie Baptiste is in the building. Good morning. Listen, going from LL and his wife and them standing strong, or whatever the case may be. Here's another couple, married couple, and it seems like oh, this is Hump Day, by the way. It's Wednesday, the 20th of May, 2026. But it's Hump Day, so I had to include this. I had to include this. Pick a little something, right? I had to include this. I call it a favor for a favor. A favor for a favor. And a lot of times, married couples might have this type of conversation. Maybe not verbatim, but they have something similar. Check this out. Let me know what you think in the comments, please.
Dear, dear, I can't fall asleep. Can
So,
you help me?
help you.
You know what you can do.
Okay. I need money tomorrow to send to my family. So, that's what I thought.
Never said, I'm asleep. Never mind, I'm asleep. Look, you can read between the lines. I know what he was talking about, because you helped me get some sleep. You know, Take the stress of the day off of them. You feel me? Rashad Houston, home team, GMG in the building. Hey, sexy sugar mama, you know what he was talking about. Can I can't sleep, baby. Can I get a little help? Can I get a little help? She said, "Oh," she looked at him like, "Oh, Naka, you want some help, huh? Well, let me think. I got you. But by the way, I need some money on. I need some fundage to send to my weeples, send to my peoples back home." He, he- all of a sudden, the melatonin, that mental melatonin set and bloop. Oh, I'm asleep now. I'm good. I don't need nothing from you, the white people. I'm gonna go ahead and knock on the hell out. You hear me? Dev Lee is in the place to be. Good morning to ye. Listen, I'm just saying, fellas, we know, when I get that feeling, I want that ooh we feeling. I can't say the other word. Why I ain't supposed to say the other word? Because it might get flagged. But listen, y'all know what he was talking about. I can't. Baby, can you help me go to sleep? You know what I'm saying? Cause you just do that thing, do that thing, do that thing, do that thing, the thing. Can you do that special little thing that you do that just relaxes me and puts me out like a light? She's like, "Yeah, oh, I got you. I got you. While you at it, go into that wallet and give me some of them Benjamins. Cause yeah, my mama needs some new orthopedic boots. My daddy need a new hip surgery. My sister, my sister, she need help with the rent. Yeah, let me get that up off you. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm just having some fun. Oh, Adrian, you should come on over. She said that was hilarious. She did it right. She said, yeah. She said, I want you want some fun, yon? I want some money. Damn it. And y'all think it's just the 3-0 fizzles. Y'all think it's just this. When you get married to, you still look, fellas, ladies, don't take this the wrong way. In one way or the other, we are always paying for something in some way and somehow. You hear me? Damn it. That theme song hit different. Who produced that Ninth Wonder? Ah, listen, the theme music for the theme song for the Good Morning Game Morning Show is produced by a, 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 um, a producer by the name of Tone Jones. Shout out to Tone Jones. He's a nice producer. I think often slept on. And hold on, let me put some respect on his name. Grammy award winning producer at that, huh? Grammy nominated and Grammy award winning producer, Tone Jones, huh? That part. Look at Lady Costanina. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Talking about as y'all should, as we should. What? Huh? Is y'all is y'all at a given at any given moment is y'all uh oh, I ain't think so. It got quiet all of a sudden. I heard crickets out here. I heard crickets. But now shout out to that family. It's all in jest, but it's some realism to that jest right there. Some realism to that laugh. You hear me? Keenan called me. I just thought about what you asked me earlier, huh? You said, "Who is that in them shirts?" It's people, just people. Nobody special, just people, huh? I think it's cerebral because they get it. I just type in a few little clickety clicks and they get just what I'm trying to see. You hear me? Look, Lady Costanza, just give me my money. Give me my money. Look. But damn. Me and somebody was just talking about this the other day. Me and somebody was just talking about this the other day about, you know what I'm saying? No matter what part of the game you on, from dating, engagement to marriage, fellas, 9 times out of 10, you are still paying for it. Yeah, I'm talking about, but it come with the territory. Because if you love the woman you with, you gonna make sure she good. You love the one you with, you ain't got a problem with doing it. If you love the one you're with, You're gonna look out for the cookout, and vice versa. The reciprocity is paramount. If she loves you or whatever the case may be, then she's gonna reciprocate in any way, shape, or form. Maybe the same way or in other ways, or whatever the case may be. Love is love. That part. I was just about to say that, Big Phil. Whether you're married or just date, you're gonna pay for it one way or another. That's a fact. It's a difference, though. Oh, excuse me. It's a difference, though, if you're paying for the coochie just to get the coochie, the punani twani. That's something else. That's you doing something else with that. But if you actually just from your heart and et cetera, getting a gift or making sure a light bill is paid or whatever the case may be, treating her to a spa day or you know nails and feet done or hair done or outfits, whatever the case may be, gifts. It's different when you do that than when you trying to purchase a 3-0 Fizzle. It's a big difference. It is. Some would say tomato, tomato, but no, it is a difference. The intent is different. The intent is different because you can give somebody a gift and not necessarily think or want immediate recompense in the form of physical satisfaction. Whereas, with a transaction with a 304, you paying that money on so you can get done. You hear me? So there is a difference. That is a fact. You said play that clip again. You want it one more time for the one more time? Well, here you go. You asked, you should have a seat.
Dear, I can't fall asleep. Can
So,
you help me?
help you?
You know what you do.
Okay. I need money tomorrow to send to my family. So, that's what I thought.
Damn it. Damn it. He said, oh, I changed my mind. I'm good. I'll wait till she get in the shower in the morning and help myself. But right now, listen, listen. And in some way, hey, Michelle, in some strange way, that video kind of falls in line with tough love. Like, okay, she's saying, okay, you want this? I want this. So what's supper? Huh? You're gonna wait till I'm ready to go to sleep to talk about you can't go to sleep. Can I help you to go to sleep? Or help me wake up in peace? Uh, help me wake up in peace. Listen, it's funny when you hear realism in real relationships and in real marriages, whatever the case may be. No sugarcoating it, no, uh, like the prude, dainty, like, yes, our marriage is just, no, it be some realism, even in dating and courting and marriage and all that, huh? It be some realism, like, yeah. She like, you want me to get you? I need you to get me too, huh? They always use that clip at the end on a lot of stuff. That's a fact. Connie, don't be laughing too loud, huh? Don't you sound like you familiar with that, Connie. What's up? Excuse me. Woo. Little laughter went the wrong way. Pause. No diddy. The point of the matter is, right? Fellas, we can't just be asking all the time, asking and wanting and not feel like or understand that they got wants and needs too. Like, yeah, we want to and they want too. And vice versa, ladies, because it come a time when y'all want the y'all mean, y'all want the y'all mean, and we might be super tired, huh? Huh? What have you done for me lately? Huh? Listen, that's a two-way street, ladies. Yeah, yeah. We might not want no money from y'all, but I'm just saying. Listen, let me keep it pushing. Let me move on. I'm having fun. It's hump day. It's Wednesday, April. Woo, May 20th, 2026. Just having some fun. Now I want to get a little bit more serious and let y'all know, please be careful out here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all pay for it every day. Ain't that a look, we pay for it in more ways than money. Trust me. We pay for it more ways than money, huh? dealing with y'all and y'all tudes, moods, and being rude, huh? Listen, but we lie. Y'all be careful out here though. There's a scheme going on where people are being sent to people's doors, acting like they are in dire need, and it's a foul situation. It's a foul situation. They're coming to your door specifically in the middle of the night to get you to open the door or to distract you while other people try to get into your establishment, your home and rob you or whatever the case may be. Y'all be careful out here. And what's ugly about this is that it ruins it for people that really might come by really in need of help. We're living in messed up times where it's getting harder and harder to differentiate between an actual need and a scam or somebody trying to get over or do you harm or whatever the case may be. Y'all be careful out here. Watch this. Would you?
All right, so these people did try, indeed, distracting me to break into my house last night. You could tell. They ripped this fucking thing off. It was a distraction. Be careful out here. That is crazy.
Can you help me get home?
What?
I wanna go home. Can you help me get home?
Where is your home?
It's not over here.
Okay, then why are you ringing our door at midnight?
Because I want to get home. Because I was supposed to have a sleepover with my friend, and then she wouldn't answer the door. I mean, my phone died, and I can't call my mom.
You can't call your mom?
Because my phone died.
Well, where is the person's house you're supposed to be staying at?
She's not answering the door. Nobody answering.
Is it next door?
No.
Do you want me to call a police officer for you?
No, I just want to go home.
I can't help you. I can call police and they can help you, but I cannot.
In other words, get your Bama ass off my front because I'm going to give you something that you don't want. Get your Bama ass off my front because I'm going to give you something that you don't want. I'm going to give you your issue. And it's sad because a lot of these uh, stunt dummies, fun dummies, like that girl, allegedly, don't know the severity of what they're doing. They get talked into doing idiotic bullshiggery such as what we just saw, and guess what? When time hits, when they get caught up and she get the judge drop that gavel on the time that her dumb ass gonna get, depending on if it's just a robbery and or a unaliving or whatever the case may be, that's when the wake up call gonna happen. Oh, I didn't mean it. All that they just had told me go to the door and talk through the ring camera. I didn't know they was gonna do all that. Dumbass. Y- You gonna get yourself in the world of hurt. And this ain't just females. Is dumbass stunt dummy dudes too, crashing out. Oh, I want to be down with the gang gang. I'm outside with the gang gang. You're gonna be in jail with the gang gang, stupid ass doing. We need more leadership. This is what the tough love is about. We need more leadership. We need people to be more individuals than want to be the get along gang, going along to get along. Because you're gonna find yourself in something that you don't want to be in. Trust me. Ja- people romanticize and tell all kinds of jail stories about how jail. Oh, I did this in jail. Or I did that. Jail is not a place that nobody wants to be in. Jail, prison, penitentiary, none of them. Hell, you don't even want to be in a camp alone or whatever the case may be. But you better start thinking about what it is your ass is out here doing, who you aligning yourself with, what y'all out here doing, whom you doing it to and with. Because a lot of people that you're doing these things with ain't solid individuals, first and foremost. They don't even want to do the time. And so you're going to get caught up and cut out there or put in a position that where either you will compromise your moral values or your street code ethics that you done aligned and signed yourself up to. You're going to find yourself in a situation, and it ain't just young folks neither. It's a couple of y'all old bammers, female and female too, that are stunt dummies that align yourself with some bullshittery for the sake of some money, for the sake of a quick come up, for the sake of opportunity, for the sake of clout. It's time we wake up. The sad thing is that if someone really is in need of help, no one's going to want to help out. That's a fact. That's the messed up part of his sexy sugar mama. That's a fact. Wow, people are really out of their minds. Be extra careful. Don't open doors. Call the authorities if necessary. Yeah. And just think about that, right? The if you have a heart, if you have some compassion, you can be like, "Oh no, baby girl, what happened to you?" You know, you're gonna be concerned. You're gonna want to make sure she good. But I'm glad that homeowner was smart and thought to ask her certain pertinent questions. Come to realize she couldn't answer them properly. You were next door. Oh no, no, no. Was you down the block? Oh, nah. Oh, no. So how you end up at my door, Bama, of all doors? How you end up at my door of all doors? Matter of fact, why don't you backtrack yourself back near that house and get on one of them neighbors' porches since you can't get home and you want to get home so damn bad, right? Take your butt on back up wherever you came from, get up off my property and my porch. And then he found out the next morning that one of them had messed with the screen trying to get into his home or whatever the case may be. So she was used as a decoy, a distraction. People, y'all play stupid games, you get stupid prizes all day. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, just like this Bama here. He's gonna get this Bama here award to the end of time, as far as I'm concerned. Far as I'm concerned, hold on one second as I load it up. This Bama is gonna get the This Bama here award of all times. Where you at? Let me line this up. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Chud the Dud, Chud the Crud. Y'all call him Chud the Builder. He's feeling the pressure of being behind them bars, huh? Facing all them years, huh? Oh, now you want to have a change of heart, huh? Oh, now it ain't all worth it, huh? You want to chase clout, well, you gonna be the cloutiest Bama up in the jail, huh? Chud the Dud, this for you. Listen to him leaving a statement. You like he's remorseful all of a sudden. Y'all pay attention, would you?
This Bama here.
Hey guys, it's Judd Dalton. Again, I just want to tell everybody thank you for all the help and support. And they're trying to put me away for 60 years, which would be the rest of my life. So I just need you guys' help as much as possible. I appreciate all the help that you guys have already given. just pray hard, man, because they're trying to take my life, truly. So I just need all the help I can.
Your call will end in 1 minute.
Your 15 minutes of fame, your 15 minutes of attention will end in boop. You bam. Listen, I ain't got no sympathy, no empathy, or nothing for that weak Bama. Chud. The problem is this. We in crazy times. We are in crazy times where you got everybody from Frumpy Frump on down trying to incite division, racial tension, bigotry, and probably worse. And you got this Bama that comes along. Matter of fact, hold on. I got to load this up while I'm talking. And you got this Bama Chud the Dud that come along. Where is it? Where did I save the picture or did I gotta go in and get it? I think I got to go in and get it. Damn it, Jim. Hold on. Let me look. Let me look. Pardon me. But you got this Bama Chud coming along, stirring the pot, riling people up, getting people to want to react or act at him, for him, or against him in 2026 when there's enough bullshittery going on where we shouldn't have to deal with this. I'm talking while I'm trying to find this, what you call it or whatever case may be. I might just have to talk through it if I don't find it in time. But I'm not trying to go back through YouTube. Hold on, let me see if I can find it this way. But anyway, what I will do, I'll look while I play this next video. This next video is him reaching out to Aiden Ross, YouTube and streamer Aiden Ross, who's already a controversial figure that's been caught up in this, that, and the third, allegedly, as far as things he said out his mouth or whatever the case may be. Now, the main question, somebody posted this on IG, and my main question was this: how does he have Aiden Ross's phone number and why? How does he have Aiden Ross's phone number and why? It makes you go, maybe we need to look into the Bama Aiden Ross a little bit further as well. Because if these are the type of people that you're piling around with, you don't need to come in our sector of nothing. You don't need to come in our room about nothing. And we don't need to come over to your stream or nothing. We don't give a damn how many viewers and subscribers and followers you got. There becomes a time where you got to show tough love to your so-called friends, business associates, partners, whatever the case may be, lovers, spouses, whatever the case. But in this situation, this goes out to you celebrities and you streamers and all that. Be careful of who you align yourself with or who you show up to get on their platform for when it's already the water is a little troubled as to where they stand on certain issues and things and who they support and what they support. Because in a situation like this, it really makes you think like, how does Bama Chud the Dud got the audacity to call Aiden Ross to ask him to pay that bond? To put up the money, the 1.25 million. Not, hey, man, this my bond 1,200. Can you get me till I get out? 1.25 million. You got to be very comfortable with somebody to reach out to somebody while incarcerated, allegedly. Even if this is Chud the Dud, but all likelihood that is definitely Chud the Dud. But to reach out to Aiden Ross to ask him, by the way, can you get me? I can't get to my money till I get out. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody got access. I'll do whatever you want. I'll do whatever you want. Ask nothing. Y'all pay attention to this, huh? I think we need to check Aiden Ross, though.
Listen, Aiden, this is Dalton, Chud. If you can get me out, help with the bond. I cannot access my funds until I get out of here because no one has access to any of my Gifts and Go or my crypto wallets, etc. I have to get out of here so that I can get verification processes to get into all of these funds I will fight for free. If you can help me out to post bail, I will fight for free. I will do whatever it is you want to do, bro. I need somebody with big money who can throw down, who can support me.
I need somebody to bat for me, bro. To throw down for me, bro. Can you give me the money, bro? Can you give me the money, bro? Oh, so now y'all bros, huh? Y'all are bros, huh? Good for him. That's a fact. The Mundo, Chud the asshole. His antics still keeping him relevant. People still talking about. Look, in fact, that I'm even talking about him. But I'm talking about him because I ain't trying to make him famous in a good light. I'm trying to make this situation stand out as well as people like him or whatever the case may be. And I'm about to load this situation up. You see, I don't want it to, I don't want it to play in the background. Uh, uh, yeah, is a situation similar to Chud that had more catastrophic results or whatever the case may be. But this Bama here, Chud, Aiden Ross, you got some explaining to do, little shit. You got some explaining to do. Why this man so comfortable with calling you? Y'all, do you share some of the ideologies this Bama got? You know how they got gay for pay? Are you racist for pay? Is Chud racist for pay? Is Chud racist for pay? Are you Aiden? Do you stand with this Bama and his egregious activities and rantings? Yeah, there's such thing as freedom of speech, but freedom of speech can get you free of your teeth. Freedom of speech can get you free of your teeth. That's a new slogan. I might put that on a T-shirt. Freedom of speech coming to. I ain't gonna say no more because somebody gonna try to grab hold of that. Yeah. Look, you see how I just come up with stuff off the yeah, I mean? My, his whole demeanor changed when things got serious, didn't it though, Young Dreads? Didn't it though? Sexy shit him up and said, "Cry me a river." Yeah, things ain't funny no more, is it, Mr. Chud the Dud, huh? You thought you was out here doing something for your kind, huh? And guess what? I heard that some people done put some money in this little GoFundMe or gift and go or whatever they call it or whatever the case may be. Yeah, we wanna see if one of these politicians or one of these, famous YouTubers and streamers, Aiden Ross or somebody come to your assistance, you Bama, and actually, bail you out. Actually bail you out, because that's gonna speak volumes to a whole lot of things, a whole lot of things, and if nothing less, it should make people wanna pay the hell attention. Hold on one second, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, please forgive me as I load this next one up here. It's in relation to this situation here, and it shows you the mentality of mankind because da 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 boom, ba ba bam. It shows the mentality of mankind because you got people that watch people do certain things and be like, I can do it too, and I can do it better, and get themselves in something that they really don't want to be involved with. That can have catastrophic results. Hold on one second. Boom, bam. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. I totally forgot about this. In relation to Chud the Dud or Chud the Builder or whatever the case you want to call him, there's another Bama or was another Bama by the name of Chad the Antagonizer. Some of y'all might have seen this clip or heard about it up until now. Take your time like Champ Chud. Maybe if you would have called him the N word, he would send the money faster. Man, listen, this next situation is a young Bama, young punk who's now resting in his bullshiggery named Chad the Antagonizer. He's a copycat, trying to be like Chud, but anything Chud could do, I could do better. Who ends up being unalive for picking on an elderly black woman on live stream. Y'all listen to this. Good old shut your ass up. Anywho, Chad the antagonizer. Y'all listen to this. In out of Detroit, Michigan, of all places, a horrific confrontation at a Joy Road gas station left 21-year-old live streamer Chad the antagonizer unalived after what police say began as a racist social media stunt inspired by a controversial creator, Chud the Builder. Chud the Dud. Witnesses say Chad approached 75-year-old Pauline Barnes while she pumped her gas, calling her Mammy and Aunt Jemima before turning his attention to her grandson, Douglas Barnes. During the live stream, Chad allegedly yelled, "Don't be a lazy Nigger. Why aren't you pumping the gas?" before mocking him to viewers by saying, "This Nigger is aping out." Police say Douglas snapped the grandson, snapped, knocking Chad unconscious before allegedly dousing him in gasoline and setting him on fire with a cigarette. The flames quickly spread through the station, sending thick black smoke over Detroit's west side. Chad deceased at the scene. Pauline Letter, the grandmother, unfortunately, later turned herself in, and Douglas Barnes remains on the run as investigators continue searching for him. The shocking incident has sparked intense online debate about rage bait content, racism for clout, and how far people are willing to go for viral fame. Listen, listen. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. Ding, ding, ding. You won. You won, huh? You won. Texas Sugar Mama said 44/47 may help him out since he's allowing all these people to take off their masks and show their true selves. Right. Sibley Nay, she's around the way. Hey, hey. She said, well, exactly. Charlie Hustle, good morning to ye. Yeah, the whole situation is terrible, Zola. But listen, unfortunate for the guy Douglas, he's gonna lose his freedom. Unless he get him a hell of a lawyer that can get him the insanity plea. Because in a moment, he could have very well lost his mind. You hear me? In a moment, he could have very well lost his mind. His future lawyer, are you listening? However, for you all, you young punks, I don't care what race you are, but especially those you ever heard of the saying FAFO? F around and find out? Chad the antagonizer did just that. He effed around and found out. You can't play with everybody. Even if you're not playing, you can't say just anything you wanna say to just anybody because it could end up and go way wrong like this situation did. Now, I hope grandmama don't have to do no time for this. I hope grandmama is exonerated of this. I hope they don't try to make her pay the cost for the loss of that sucker or wicked individual in his mouth. Whether Chad the antagonizer was truly a racist or he was doing it for clout. Whatever the case may be, I hope grandmama don't have to lose her freedom in the rest of her life over this situation. I honestly, because they letting people walk away, they letting people do all kinds of bullshit. They letting police off, they letting private individuals off for just as egregious things. So some people gonna not like this, some people will. I just hope that they find that he's mentally incapable of standing trial and that boy get to go on home. We don't know if the boy suffers from PTSD, and you don't have to be in the service. You don't have to be in the armed services, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines to suffer from PTSD. All you gotta do is be from a inner city community that's been plagued with violence, and you can suffer from PTSD, as well as other things or whatever the case may be. And he's from Detroit, D-Town. It's a lot that go down in D-Town. You hear me? A lot that goes down in D-Town. So guess what? He's possibly lawyer, you hear me? Suffering from PTSD. He snapped, meaning his mental state was off. He didn't have time to think or respond. Hopefully, I don't know what's on that live stream. I don't know what is said on that live stream. I'm just speculating. I'm just speculating. Hey, Tavy. Hey, Tavy Rez. What's goody like the mob? That's a fact. Yeah, everybody not playing. Everybody's not going. Since they can walk away free and easy, why shouldn't she? That part sexy sugar mama. One time, free grandmama, huh? Y'all put hashtag free grandmama in the comments. Huh? But let it be a warning. Let it be a warning to you social media clowns, you influence, you content creators, you Bammers that think, and I'm not just talking about of the white race doing racial stuff, but to any and all that do the type of content that could get them hurt. Let this be a lesson and a message to you all. Stop playing with folks. One, because everybody's not wrapped too tight. Two, everybody ain't playing with you. Three, some are really bout it, huh? Shout out to Master P and them. Some ain't going, and some have maybe just recently gone through something that you don't know about, and you just set them off or tick them off in the moment that could cause you uh, bodily harm and or your life. Is it worth it for a few likes and a few clicks? Is it worth it to get a couple of dollars in monetization on whatever platform that you're streaming it? Is it really worth it to either lose your life, get maimed, or severely hurt, or even just beat the hell up? Is it worth it? Tough love. Somebody need to tell these Bammers, hey, you need to change up. You need to do something different because it might get you hurt out here. And what happens is people you don't even have to do the prank or do the skit or do the actual thing towards somebody for karma or recompense to visit you. Meaning somebody could have seen your skit where you was acting big and bad and bold, or whatever the case may be, or bullying somebody or doing the racial slurs and all this towards other people. They just happen to see you and they want to test your gangster, test your manhood, test if you really bout it, fool. Test to see whether or not, yeah, all the hype is that hype real? Is you really what you say you are? Let me see what you got going on. And believe it or not, should nobody want that type of attention. Should nobody want that type of attention. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be wealthy. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants celebrity. Everybody wants to be noticed. But does everybody want what comes with it? Does everybody want everything that comes with it? I think not. I think not. Yeah, content creators, uh, live streamers, IRL content producers, et cetera. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I'm just saying. Hi, Nail said, too bad for him. F him. Stop bothering people. That part. That part. No, stop bothering them. Like the old folks used to say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If what is that? If you can dish it out, be ready for whatever you get in return. That part right there. Huh? Listen, especially in this day and age, folks, we got to wake the hell up. And and the flip side of that is we gotta be mindful. We gotta be mindful, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a select group of people that want to trick us out of our lives, trick us out of our freedoms, trick us out of the constitutional rights that we're afforded and allowed, given. There's people out here with sick intentions. There's people out here that aren't wrapped too tight. that have been taught by some other people that they've been around or heard that America should be one way, that things should be one way, and that it should be the olden way, that things should go back to how it was when America was supposedly great, or whatever the case may be. And I beg to differ for all you MAGA supporters where it says "Make America Great Again." America is never gonna be great until it does what it's supposed to do to the inhabitants in which that it disenfranchised. The Native Americans, African Americans, and every race in between that they've done something to en masse. We'll probably never see reparations a day in our life. It probably will never happen. If it do, I'll be one of the first to apologize for saying it'll never happen. But how can America be great until it cleans its face, till it gets the shit off of them? Excuse my mouth, excuse my English. How can America be great till it removes the stains or it truly acknowledge the stains on its very being and work to clean it up properly? Proper apologies, proper changes, not rolling back laws and taking back laws that meant to level the playing field and in some strange way extend of olive branch of apology. It ain't it's nothing different than a real apology. Nothing different than a real apology. Mike 313, what up, though? There's nothing like a real apology, a sincere apology. But America has summarily apologized by passing certain laws and doing certain things, whatever the case may be. Now you're taking that back. What does that say? How is that making America great again? It's actually showing a weakness, a corruption, a malfunction, a disease, a wickedness, a evilness in the core of the fabric of this country's making that could be changed, that could be changed, that could be done away with. But nah, Frumpy Frump would rather give reparations to individuals whom, at his beck and call, hear that, to whom to his beck and call raided the US Capitol in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. Not this year, of course, but the January 6th, as they are called, defiled the Capitol, fought, brutalized some of the officers that worked there, had people that both citizens and your politicians hiding in the Capitol. They desecrated certain offices in the Capitol, even the main meeting hall or room where they all meet to vote on stuff. What they did was an act of treason. What they did was an act of treason brought on by the treasonous words of the individual who incited the whole situation, Frumpy Frump. And these Bammers are fighting to get them reparations. When they say it's no money for reparations, that it couldn't be repayable in no way, shape, or form because of the 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 amount of money it would take to reparate individuals. But they found or they trying to find $1.7 billion for these Bammers who of their own stupidity and own accord went to the Capitol, who came to town under the beck and call of Frumpy Frump before January 6th, who came to town on January 6th, allegedly, to fight for keeping in office Frump at the time. Let's not forget about the hit put out on the then vice president up under Frump by Frump on national TV. Let's not forget about that. To these individuals that that went and rioted at the U.S. Capitol and who went in there looking for then Vice President Michael Pence and his family. Make that make sense. And you got reparations for that. Michael Pence, where are you at in this? Why are you not speaking out? You should be one of the main people we see on social media, on the news outlets, crying out, enraged. You should be one of the main people talking out publicly to your Republican constituents, cronies, friends, and everybody else, and have them remember exactly what happened on January 6th. To have them remember the magnitude, the seriousness of what took place, the unprecedented actions that took place on that day. Michael Pence, whatever it is you go by, VP Pence, whatever the case may be, your ass need to come out of quietness and show some tough love to your party, to the individual who set the people off towards you, against the man who basically put a hit out on you on national TV, allegedly, without allegedly, because there was footage. Mike Pence, VP Mike Pence, Michael Pence, whatever it is you go by, you should be the main detractor against this January 6th reparations bullshit. You should be the main opponent to all this shit. Because basically, not only are they gonna be getting recompense for defiling the US Capitol, for defiling the Constitution of America as it stands, for doing all kinds of craziness, for also willing to take up the hit that was put out on you and your family, because your family was in there with you in the White House. I mean, in the US Capitol. Make that make sense. Me and other individuals that got something to say about this is minute compared to you. You in the building. You were one of the targets. You should feel the most visceralness to this whole situation. I'm just saying. Y'all listen to this bullshit shiggery real quick, huh? Listen though, listen.
The Justice Department has this new fund that was announced today, $1.7 billion.
Yeah.
Why should taxpayers pay for the January 6th?
Well, it's been very well received, I have to tell you. I know very little about it. I wasn't involved in the whole creation of it and the negotiation. But this is reimbursing people that were horribly treated, horribly treated. It's anti-weaponization. They've been weaponized. They've been, in some cases, imprisoned wrongly. They paid legal fees that they didn't have. They've gone bankrupt. Their lives have been destroyed. And they turn out to be right. I mean, it was a terrible period of time in the history of our country. And they worked on it. I know the Justice Department, it's really been working on it very hard. There's been numerous other occasions over the years where things like this have been done, but these were people that were weaponized and really treated brutally by a system that was so corrupt, with corrupt people running it, and they're getting reimbursed for their legal fees and the other things that they had to suffer.
That's a fact, Mama, because he incited it. Would rather be 6 feet under than to pay reparations to our people, man. Listen, everybody is fighting a battle we know nothing about. Leave people the F alone. That's true. Going back to the previous story. This situation here is one of utter disgust. Utter disgust. because we live in a day and time where a whole bunch of sucker-ish and stupidity is supported, bigged up, marketed, promoted, allowed to flourish and stand out. But there's not enough of people being righteous, people being real, people standing up for what's right and what's good. People saying enough is enough of the bullshiggery. Enough is enough of the foul things that are going on. I guarantee you, if Obama was in office and did a eighth of what this Bama done did prior to getting in office, and a 20th of the things he's said and done while being in office, they'd have got him up out of here in one way or the other. Imma let that sit there. Allure for sure, I see you, good morning. Nah, they don't give it to no DT, he's been doing some gangster ain't nothing gangster about that. Ain't nothing gangster about that when it comes to affecting the people. Got him pardoned and paid, true. Huh. Sexy Sugar Mama said, "What's the difference between what he has ICE doing to the immigrants or people who go against what he's doing today? These are the people who should have this money coming to them." Man, listen. Talk about it. Talk about it. Sophia Lee, good morning to ye. The problem is we're feeding our own needs and wants and desires to be entertained and to be thrilled, to be shocked, to be all the drama, the toxicity of it all. We're feeding that and minimally, if at all, feeding ourselves with nourishment of truth, with nourishment of good knowledge and wisdom. And it's showing forth in the way that things are being operated, the way things are being run from the top down for the things that are being heavily marketed and promoted, while other things are being shadow banned, tamped down, hidden. There is a great issue, and yes, it was written and foretold, but there's a great issue of the things that we see, hear, and that we face, and not enough angst, not enough anger, not enough disgust in certain things, which makes it the reason why it continues. Some people look at it like, "I can't do nothing about it, so F it." Not realizing that mentality is kinda helping keep things the way they are. You alone can only do but so much, but you with somebody else can do twice as much. Y'all 2 plus 2 more can do twice as much, on and on and on. That's why it's important for our community to become a community truly indeed again. I mean, gangster in its purest form, gangsters corrupt, they enter legal realms and corrupt them for profit. That's exactly what he's doing. He's extorting the government for his own personal gain. That's a fact, Charlie Hustle. You're right. The fact that a lot of people don't see nothing wrong with DT is trying to with what he's trying to do is crazy to me. That's a fact of window. That part right there. Some people think it's entertainment. People think it's entertainment what he's doing. Some people that wanna be entrepreneurs still esteem to look up to this man whose business practices have been less than subpar. Yes, he has a couple of dollars. Yes, he's done things. But in the reality, in the bigger picture of things, what has he really done that should be, besides become president, that should be, mentioned in history? What else has he really done that should be mentioned in history on his behalf? Tina B. Marie, good morning to ye. I'm just saying, think about that. What else has that man done positively that should be mentioned in his name? Take out a full page ad against the, Central Park 5, trying to get them lynched, hung, beat to death, executed, put away for life on a situation that evidence showed they did not do. They were exonerated. Those are individuals that deserve the monies that they got from their exoneration because they shouldn't have never been locked up. Them people that went into the White House, I mean, not the White House, the Capitol, excuse me, the US Capitol, no matter how little they did what they did or how grand of an infraction they did, should definitely have been punished. Should definitely have been punished. In some countries, a lot of them would have been unalived for treason. On the books, treason calls for death. The laws of the United States. Treason is it calls for death. But all of a sudden, we to look past that. All of a sudden, we supposed to forget about. All of a sudden, the narrative is twisting and changing. All of a sudden, we're supposed to have a heart for them idiotic fools and what they did. Some would say, "Oh, but they weren't thinking, they were acting out at the behest of Trump." True, but if you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, and part of that is you go to jail, you go to jail, y'all all go to jail. Do not pass go, do not collect $200, but where what part of the game is this? They get snatched back out of jail. Some of their cases get wiped, sealed, exonerated, done away with, wiped off their records, and they get some money in their pocket. That sets a heavy precedence rather, a heavy precedence to mankind, to everybody watching. Peep scheme, wagwan brethren. We are living in crazy times, ladies and gentlemen. It's time out for the bullshittery. It's time out for the sucker. It's just time out. If that was black and brown people that did that on January 6th, there would have been a lot of casualties. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. So I guess everything that they did on January 6th was cute and cool and acceptable. And acceptable, mind you. Cute, cool, and acceptable. Is that what you saying, Frumpy Frump? Is that what you saying, Mr. President? That all their actions on January 6th were acceptable, tolerable, lawful, legal, and righteous to do? That's a question that these reporters need to be asking him. That's what his fellow, politicians and constituents should be asking Frumpy Frump. So you saying what they did on that January 6th day was legal, lawful, and rightful to do. All you good old American patriots, all you good old American patriots that believe in the country and the Constitution and the American flag and all the things and stand for America. You stand on the fact that what happened on that January 6th was righteous, was patriotic even, patriotic even. I said that to this one dude. I was having a conversation with him at a, family friend's, son's, birthday/graduation party, and he was a MAGA supporter, and he was an older dude, ex-law enforcement or whatever the case may do, older Caucasian dude, white dude, retired law enforcement, and he was Trump, 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 all the things. And he said that he's just a heavy patriot, and he believes in this country and everything this country stands for and protecting the interests of this country, and he's a patriot. And he had a whole lot to say till I asked him about January 6th and the treasonous acts of the then going out the door president, as well as those individuals that raided and rioted at the US Capitol. Shut him the hell down. He was like he thought about it. He sat back, he got beat red for a minute, then he sat back, he thought about it, and he was like, "Well, I'll be damned. You make a valid point." Factamundo. I don't care what your ideology is. If you say that you're a patriot and that you're for this country, and that is the country over everything else, and standing up for it and the Constitution and all the things, you can't justify, sanction, go along with, coddle, go to bat for, nor take up for the shiggity that happened on that January 6th of a sound mind, of a good conscience. You can't. You can't. I don't care what color you are. You say you're a patriot of above all things, there's no way in hell you should be able to or want to stand by the things that happened on January 6th for the reasons that they happened on January 6th. So let me get this right. Those peoples that rioted, raided the US Capitol for the reasons that they raided it, are you saying that in 2026 that a group should be able to do that now because of all the foul bullshittery that Frumpy Frump and some of his people that he put in staff and cabinet are doing and have done? Would that be okay, Mr. President? Would that be okay, Senate? Would that be okay, Congress? Would that be okay, American people of all persuasions? If a mass amount of people were to raid the White House and or the Capitol today under the falsehoods, the injustices, the bullshiggery that is taking place here recently, are you saying that they would be 100% within their right and reason to do so? And that there should be no punishment, no recourse negatively towards those people? And in doing so, if there is, that they should be recompensed or their families should be recompensed, their records expunged and all the things. Is that what you're saying out here? Because if that's what you're saying out here, you're opening the door for anybody and their mama to come do what the January 6ers did. And it would probably be for a more worthwhile and better and more righteous reason than January 6th. I'm not inciting nothing. I'm not encouraging nothing. I'm asking questions. If it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. If it's okay for them January 6th to do exactly what they did, would it be cool if there was another bunch of people to come desecrate the US Capitol, tear things up, destroy things, make a mockery of the United States in which it stands for the world to see, not just for us to see, for the world to see. Would it then be okay for another group of people to do the exact same thing for a more righteous reason than that? Things that make you go, Imma leave that alone because 'cause I'm pretty sure people are watching me like, "Mhm, he's a problem. That one right there, that big yellow, he's a problem." Imma keep pushing. Shout out to Representative Jasmine Crockett, who has recently introduced the Stop Trump Act. The Stop Trump Act would ban taxpayer dollars from being used to pay off Trump, his allies, or January 6 rioters through government settlements or political weaponization claims and require any unlawfully distributed funds to be paid back. I hope this passes. Will it pass? But I hope that it do. I hope that it do. Shout out to Representative Jasmine Crockett, who stays fighting the good fight. A lot of people don't like her because she got a mouthpiece on her, but she's using that mouthpiece, pause, no diddy, for proper justice, for proper implementation of rights and laws that have been set forth, and for the against the injustices and the corruption that has been taking place from the top down. Yeah, I do too. I do too, but I hope she runs for something else. I hope she runs for something else and runs for something else greater because he was the one that put the batteries in their back and told them it was okay to do it. That means he should have been punished too. Yeah, that means he should have been punished too. Stop Trump Act. I hope it gets pushed on the floor, and I hope people vote for it, and I hope they vote the right way. Even people from the Republican side, I hope they really vote the right way because all this outline money that's going out, this 1.7 billion to Bamas that desecrated the Capitol, the vast amount of monies that have gone out and all going out towards this selfish war of Frumpy Frump and that other country. Somebody needs to check him before he wrecks us all, that part right there. If that would have been us climbing the wall on January 6th, we would have been shot down, and the fact that nobody got hurt on Orange Man's side is crazy. Well, somebody did lose their life inside of it. One of the, Secret Service shot and unalive somebody in there, and that was because they attacked the what you call it, they were a threat, but who knows? All they doing is stealing money together, all of them. That's a fact. That's a fact. All this that I've been talking about leads me to this video. I put it up as a short. If you could go support that short. But, Imma play it here as well. Imma play it here as well. Frank Murphy, my uptown compadre. What's goody like the mob? Defense contracts to Barron and Don Jr. drone companies. Aha, aha. Listen, this 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 animated, story that I put up, it deals with all this, and it deals with us. It deals with us. Listen to the message. Don't end up being the rat in the well or being a rat in the well. Y'all listen. D Blade from that good H Time. What's goody like the mob? Y'all pay attention to this. Rats in a well.
Farmer threw a dead pig into a well, and within a short time 70 to 80 rats jumped into the well to eat it. In the beginning, everything seemed easy. The moment they saw food, they all rushed toward it. But after eating, they realized that the walls of the well were so high and steep that getting out was almost impossible. Slowly the food ran out, hunger increased, and that same place turned into a battlefield. In the fight to survive, the rats turned on each other. They started killing and eating one another, and after some time only one rat was left in the well, its eyes red like blood. Then the farmer lowered a rope, pulled it out, and released it back into the fields. Did the farmer feel sympathy for it? Absolutely not. The farmer knew that this rat had now become addicted to eating its own kind, and would no longer eat grain. Instead, it would hunt other rats. And this is what divide and rule, or the divide trap, really is. The people sitting at the top never fight themselves. They simply create an environment where the people below keep fighting each other and destroying one another. Whenever two people fight each other, the benefit always goes to the third person, or to the one sitting behind everyone controlling the entire game. Understand this game, otherwise, you are all inside the well.
Hopefully you got the bigger picture, the bigger message of it all. The powers that be, the people that actually control the country and all the things have got puppet strings on all of us. Got us fighting against each other over bullshittery that we don't even own, over skin tones and complexions that shouldn't even matter, over slight cultural differences where instead of us concentrating on the similarities that we all have, that got us proverbially cannibalizing each other over money, opportunity, over foolishness. I'm talking about black and brown, brown and Asian, Asian and black, white and black, yellow and red, Native American versus white, all the things, while the powers that be sit there fat with greed, fat and bloated with greed, watching it all play out. Y'all have heard plenty of the stories of the powers that be putting guns and drugs in our communities and or allowing them to be brought in and or allowing it to fester on purpose, to come in later to act like saviors, cleaning up the neighborhood, only to prepare the neighborhoods for other individuals that ain't from the neighborhood and to fill up the prison industry system with knowing and unknowing individuals who play parts in these various things that they've allowed to go on and or instigated and or brought about in our communities. We're fighting against immigrants, whether they're here legally or illegally. We're fighting against this color or this race because we feel like they're in our communities that we had or whatever the case may be. We're fighting against the fact and look of carryouts and stores and establishments that are owned by other individuals that we once owned or whatever the case may be because they're simply in our neighborhoods. I'm not talking about the ones that look at us crazy and think of us as less than. They need to be gotten out of our communities. I'm not talking about those. They got us fighting each other so that our attention is off the real problem. Off the real problem. They got us going at each other, unaliving each other, hurting each other, backbiting each other, bullying each other. while they sit back with the greatest smirk on their face, watching it all unfold, moving a string here, moving a string there to make sure it continues. We've got to do better. We've got to be better. Claim you want more. Faith without works is dead. So talking about it ain't the same as being about it. Stop worrying about whether somebody's here to be here is legally here or illegally here, whether they're immigrant or whether they were born here. Because at the end of the day, just about everybody that's on US soil, not everybody, but just about everybody that's on US soil comes from an immigrant, mostly illegal immigrants. But at a certain time, they came here before there was laws on immigration, the same way other immigrants are coming here. And some of them were escaping England and places because they had done things over there and they came here to start a new life. And some of the things that happened, the atrocities that happened when they got here spoke to the nature of said individuals that came here. Since y'all wanna talk about immigrants and illegal activities and the harm and all the things, let's go back to where it all started from. And we, talking to my black people, we can't get upset that some other race, brown, yellow, red, whatever, comes here for a better life, no matter how they got here. We can't be upset with that because we should want a better life, and we should want it for anybody that we come in contact with. They got us feeling like, oh, they taking up our jobs and all the things or whatever the case may be. But understand, before immigration was a heavy issue, most of them jobs we didn't want, still to this day don't want. And let's be honest, tough love. We would laugh at a lot of the jobs they were doing. Like, look at them beggars. They'll do anything for some money. Y'all remember that? Some of the same people I've heard say that all of a sudden got a problem with them doing the same job or having the same position, doing the same blue collar work that folks didn't wanna do. On the black side of the fence, the white side of the fence, or indifferent. That goes to show you there's strings being moved, puppet strings being moved around. 'Cause you didn't give a damn about that job before, why you give a damn about it now? And then they throw little chunks of meat. They throw chunks of meat at one side or the other. They might give a grant or a loan to this group of people or that group of people while other people are watching, like, "What about us? Why we ain't get that? We been here longer, we shoulda definitely got it. Y'all owe us that." Which is true indeed, which is true indeed. But understand, you can't get mad at those people for what the government is doing. You can't get mad at those people for getting allowed those loans and grants. You should be mad at the system for doing such. Connie Baptiste said, "I'm embarrassed at times to be a US citizen." Things that make you go, "Hmm." We gotta stop being upset and mad at each other over the frivolous, secondary, and sometimes unnecessary BS that we get upset with each other about. We gotta understand that there's a bigger play going on. It's a bigger picture. Peeps King said the reason why I'm a criminal at heart. Understand this. There's strength in numbers. There are strength in numbers. And we're so caught up in our own bullshittery that we don't even see who's really an ally and who's really a foe in all this bullshit. We don't see who's really on the same side of us or should be on the same side of us because we're busy bickering over some BS that don't even matter, especially if the powers that be get their way with things. Voters' right acts being abolished. Privatized prisons are at an all-time high and being built as we're speaking. The ICE Gestapo running around here doing what they do, and not just affecting illegal immigrants. Make that make sense, as they were put out there, excuse me, to solely do. We need to start realizing and recognizing who are our real allies and who are the real enemies. It ain't about no colors. It ain't about none of that. It ain't about none of that foolishness. It ain't about a block. It ain't about a borough. It ain't about a ward. It ain't about a section of a city. It ain't about a town. Hell, it ain't about a state. Like dude said, y'all thinking small. You think it's small, big. You need to be thinking big. We need to wake up and start looking at the bigger picture and seeing what's really important. And being real with each other. Tough love. That's what this episode is about. Tough love. Being real with one another if we don't wanna hear it. Even if we don't wanna hear it. We support and promote some of the most egregious garbage, demeaning, disrespectful, demoralizing garbage, but won't stand up for what's right. We'll see a video and be like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, you right. Yeah, that's messed up," and then go right back to the bullshit, and go right back to the bullshit. Like, right now, there's certain things that we should be putting our voice to. Where is it at? Where did I put it? Because I know I there's a situation that happened, this grandmother that was beat to death in Tim Hortons. Anita Ann Grayson. Anita Grand Anita Ann Grayson could definitely be my grandmother. Look at her. My grandmother, maybe a shade or two lighter than that. Maybe a shade or two. Could have definitely been my grandmother. Beautiful smile. That's a factor mundo. I'm not gonna play the video because the video is heinous and is gonna piss some people off. Hold on, I wanna put this video up. I mean, this other hold on, let me replace this. Anita Ann Grayson, they've been trying to sweep it under the rug, deserves justice. The people around that allowed it to happen, who either took part in it and or did not stop it, deserve to be dealt with. You wanna fight for a cause, you wanna fight about something. Again, I don't give a damn what color you are, what race you are. This Anita Ann Grayson represents any grandmother in these good or bad streets of the United States of America. And this is the broad that did it. Allegedly. Allegedly, I have to say that. August Horner is the employee who beat up the elderly lady in Tim Hortons. We've come to a time we used to respect our elders, not just because we were taught and told to, but because of the awe factor in them being of a certain age and having a certain wisdom in the way they poured into us and treated us, looked out for us, even those that weren't their biological children. The salts of the neighborhood, the mothers of the neighborhood, the ones that offered snacks and treats and a Band-Aid at times and a kind word at times, and an admonishment, and a critique or complaint when necessary. This could have been anybody's mama, anybody's auntie, anybody's grandmother, anybody's sibling. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. I don't know what preceded the video and what was said in the video because it was muted, the one that I saw that caused the interaction that she had. But that young girl, whoever she is, it showed how much there is no respect for an elderly woman, for an older woman, a black woman, an elderly black woman. I'll say this. I'm not I'm not inciting violence or advocating for violence, but what I will say is we need to show up, show out, and shut down that establishment that it happened in. Y'all saw those that seen the video saw at least 3, 4 employees involved in it all. They shouldn't be able to make not near another dollar in of hours or period. This generation have no respect for anyone. It's a shame. That's a fact, young dreads. And let's be honest, we're the fault for that. We're the fault for that. Post the crack era and post crack era, a lot of people stopped pouring back into the communities and demanding the respect for the adults and the elderly and things of that nature. Even your biggest drug dealers in most situations, at least from where I'm from, wouldn't tolerate nobody violating no elderly person. Wouldn't tolerate nobody violating women for that matter, but definitely not no elderly women. We show up and show out for a party, for a pool party, for a car show, a sideshow, a concert, a movie, and all the things. We need to show up and show out in a positive light for people like Anita Ann Grayson. Beautiful woman. Look at that smile. Grandma in that picture right there look like she could still get it. All with all due respect. With all due respect. Beautiful woman. The point of the matter is we stand up for garbage. We enjoy garbage. We participate in garbage. A lot more of us need to participate in reparations for Anita and Grayson. Reparations for people that succumb or become victims to the bullshit that's being spewed, incited, suggested, subliminally put out there, and overtly spoken about by certain people. We need to stand up. We need to wake up. We need to stand on business. King Lang, salute. I'm over on the good YouTube. Come on over. We need to stand on business when it comes to stuff like this. When it comes to clowns like Chud the Dud. When it comes to people in our own communities doing sucker-ish to people of our neighborhoods. We need to stand on business. All these so-called gangsters, all these so-called thorough individuals, all these so-called solid men, all these so-called this, that, and the third, y'all need to be standing up for Anita and Grayson. And she's not the only one. I'm just utilizing her because I was just talking about her. In your communities, you need to stand up for the people that live around you. Because even if you're of the street element and you're doing wrong things, there was a time when people would open their door to usher you in if you needed help. There was people that would stand up for you when the police came to do what they came to do. Because they knew you had their back, even if you were up to some wrongdoings or pushing a little this or that. And I'm not talking about them standing up to you for you out of fear either. But we've done away with the morality of things. We've done away with the codes that we say we were bound by. We talk about the injustices of illegal immigrants being in our neighborhoods. We're worried about the wrong things and not standing up for the right things. Children, women, and men are coming up missing. Missing. Seems like a lot more now than ever have been. None of y'all good, thorough men, solid individuals, gangsters, or whatever the case may be, are standing up for the people of your neighborhood until it hits your door. And then sometimes you're not even doing that when it come hits your door. There's no way in hell that this many children should come up missing, women should come up missing, and men come up missing in so short a time spans in certain areas without there being some response from the politicians of that area, the city and state activists of that area, hell, from the street elements of that area. Should all be working in conjunction to shut that bullshit down. When these white vans and certain cars come in the neighborhood and y'all know it ain't of the neighborhood and seem like they watching and lurking, find out what the hell is going on. Find out what business they got there. Get your ass the hell on up out of here. Some of you have traded in drug dealing for sexual trafficking. Y'all need to be done away with. Gotten up out of the neighborhood. These wicked individuals are utilizing and using and doing away with our children, our women, and our men for a bunch of wicked, vile, evil things. Whether it's for sexual purposes, whether it be for organ harvesting purposes, whether it be for indentured servitude slash illegal slavery purposes, whether it be for sick ritual purposes, whether it be for the demented mind of the individual in doing it. We need to do something about it because all these drones, all these cameras, all this technology that can see through walls, see the heartbeat of a man through a wall, who can tell if a man is holding a gun in a car, who can hear the conversations from miles away, who can track bank robbers, murderers, and other things for miles away from the situation. You mean to tell me that they can't find these individuals that's snatching people? All the satellite imagery and all the satellite technology and all the technology that they're not letting us know about, are you telling me that they can't put an end to these trafficking rings and these people snatching up all these people? Are you telling me? Yeah, they do little stings and shit here and there, but are you telling me that they could not put an end to it just like that? They got drones now that are used to fight crime in neighborhoods where the police don't even have to be. The drone could be way up in the sky and hone in on your ass. Pause while you doing it. You mean that means that they have drones patrolling neighborhoods. In these drones patrolling neighborhoods, you mean to tell me they're not picking up uh underhanded activity of people getting snatched, strange vehicles? You mean to tell me that there's no way y'all know anything about who's snatching who's taking who, and not doing nothing about it? Man, get the hell out of here. Get out of here. It's because they don't want to. If they wanted to end that from happening, they would. You want to say ICE got a good purpose? Put their ass on the actual trafficking. Put their ass on the people that's abducting people. Put them on the trail of that. President Trump, put ICE on that. And I'm not just talking about kids that run away. I'm talking about kids that have snatched. I gotta find it. I'm gonna try to find it for Friday. It's a story that I saw. I forget which city and state it was, but it was a bunch of children that came up missing. And then there was a flyer. I believe it was green in color with black writing on it, but it was for some kind of tournament, some kind of game, some kind of thing that they could play and get some prizes and money that was promoted to children, teenagers. And they said that it was like 4 or so of the children were attached to the flyer, meaning somebody had either seen them with that flyer or it was seen in their room or on or somewhere. I gotta find that story because I can almost guarantee that's probably happening a lot more in a lot of other cities and states than we probably know. Talk to your children, talk to your neighborhood, talk to the people. If they was to utilize these technologies that could detect certain things, then a lot of police officers would be out of a job. Either that, young Dre's, or they would send the police to the proper locations to affect the arrest and the takedown of these individuals. The same way they're using it for drug enforcement, the same way they're using it for traffic enforcement, the same way they use it to track down murderers and all the things. They should definitely be utilizing the technology to get at these traffickers, these kidnappers, and all the things, and they very well could. And who look, let's be honest. I'm not trying to go down a rabbit hole, but who the hell say that they're not? Who the hell say who who's who can say that they're not utilizing this technology and know exactly who's taking who and where they're going and doing nothing about it, especially when it comes to our communities. Or every now and again, when some politician or somebody needs a notch on their belt, they affect these things and bust open these rings or whatever the case may be. But yet we fighting and bickering over garbage. We entertaining foolishness when our loved ones, family members of our loved ones and friends and associates are getting violated, snatched, kidnapped, unalived, addicted, strung out, sexual assaulted, raped, all the things. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen. I can talk, I can go on for days and days and days. The words of the illustrious, legendary Outcast and Goody Mob. It's time we get up, get out, and get something. Stop looking for them to reparate us. AB Butler, salute. Salute my brother over on the YouTube. Legend, icon, AB Butler, Ab Butler. Stop waiting for them to give us reparations and recompense us for their bullshit when they're steadily trying to break open the bandage that was healing with the ointment that was healing the affliction of the wound and trying to make it fester and grow into cancer, proverbially. Stop looking for them to do the right thing. It's time for us. It's time for us to make sure we do the right thing. Time for us to make sure we do the right thing for ourselves, for our communities. It's time for us to stop just going along to get along. It's time for us to stop bickering over bullshit and beefing with people that are just like us. Start standing up as men for people like Anita Ann Grayson. Start standing up for the children and women and men that are coming up missing. Start standing up to the corruption and the brutality that's, that comes into our neighborhoods under the guises of protecting and serving, and they're not. Make them accountable for their actions. Stand up for the politicians that you voted in locally. Get on their ass so that when they go down to Congress, go to the Senate, and go to these places, that they get on the congressman or the senator put in place for your city or your state, and then have them get on the ass up the chain to change things the way they need to be changed. There's going to come a time. It was written and foretold, but there's going to come a time where we're going to have to stand for something. Where we're going to have to stand for something. Stand up for something. It's your decision on whether you do it by choice or you do it because you have no choice. And you're going to have to pick a side. You're going to have to decide what it is you stand for, who it is you serve, and what your moral fortitude and countenance is all about. Y'all check this out real quick before I end this show.
It's your country, you better fight for it. Y'all better vote, it's your right to it. It's time now, we gotta do something. Stand up, we gotta move something. Fight like we gotta prove something. Vote like we gon' lose something. If you not gon' vote, then shut your mouth. All we need is votes right now. Go and vote, go and vote, go
Yeah, she couldn't have said it no more plain. Faith without works is dead. You got faith things gonna get better, you got faith things gonna get right, you got faith things gonna work itself out without taking actions to produce it. Ain't about nothing. Ain't about nothing. They tell us that they don't have this advanced technology, but we see it in movies and TV series. How many people seen Fast and Furious? Remember God's Eye? I'll just leave that there. Huh. You can go further back than that. You can go further back than that, Tavy. You can go back to the enemy estate with Will Smith and what's his name? You can go back to that. I tell people all the time. The first time I seen a calico was in a Terminator movie. The first, I think it was the first Terminator movie. You how early in the '80s that was, before calicos ever got on the street. And I've had me one or two, and it jogged my memory. I happened to be over somebody's house, and we was rewatching Terminator, and I said, "Hold up." And I said, "Are you sometimes they put the technology right before our face. That way it doesn't it sits in the it sits in the psyche, it sits in your subconscious so that when it's brought about or talked about, it's not as shocking. Sometimes they put the prototypes for these things right in the movies, right in television, right in front of us, subtly, and we think, "Oh, this is just a movie. This is a science fiction movie. This is a thriller. Or this is things that make you go, huh." But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I hope that you listen to what I've been saying. Been here a long time, told it's told listen, I hope that you got something out of today's show. I hope that you understand that sometimes a harsh or a blunt message or a word is necessary. I hope that you know and understand tough love is needed, no matter how it rubs you, no matter how it sits with you. And even in my conversation here has been light to what I could say or want to say. But because of the platforms that I'm on, you have to kinda gotta tone it a little bit. But tough love usually is meant to m make you a better person. And sometimes it's the part of truth that we don't wanna hear, that we don't wanna deal with. I've always said it sometimes truth will comfort you and hold you, and sometimes the truth will smack the holy mess out of you, wake you the hell up, shake your whole countenance up, get you right. Hey, La Rochelle, how you doing? Good morning, salute. I'm over on YouTube, but thank you for tapping and tuning in. Hopefully you follow a brother. Sometimes the truth is meant to be tough. Sometimes that love is meant to be tough because if everything was soft, you'd be lullabied, you'd be rocked to sleep. And the world is already rocking us to sleep by having us go at each other and do all the things and just go along to get along. That's a fact. The Total Recall had the flat screen TV, FaceTime calling, and self-driving cabs, aliens living amongst the people. That's a fact. Deep in rage, salute. Remember, the military been having all these technologies for years before they released to the public, like cell phones and stuff. They've been out since the '50s, but we just heard about them in the '90s. Young Dreads, Charlie Hustle. I'm gonna give you another example. Do y'all remember the movie Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Interesting, right? Terminator, Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he had this gun. He had this gun that could shoot aluminum rounds at the speed of light or speed of sound that went through walls. It could pinpoint a person's heart. My boy who was in the Navy, my boy that was in the Navy said they been had that technology in a bigger scale. They called rail guns. They're on naval ships, or at least were on naval ships, and they shot these big old aluminum rounds at the speed of light, speed of sound. and they could pinpoint through a wall where the enemy was or whatever the case may be. This was years ago he told me that, years ago. Bless Mel, hey, hey, salute. My boy Zeke, God bless the dead, he told me this. He told me this years ago. I said, "Well, I be damned." And they put it out in a size to which a man could carry it and put it out there. I'll say this, ladies and gentlemen, in closing. I'll say this in closing. There's a war going on outside that nobody's safe from. And I'm not just talking about the actual war with Iran and all the things. I'm talking about there's a war going on outside nobody's safe from. There's a war going on these internet streets that nobody's safe from. But you better wake up and pay attention. Smell the roses and the coffee. Because again, there's gonna come a time where you're gonna either choose or be made to choose. The 100 shot. That's yes, indeed. 100 of them 9 millimeter things. Young Dre's the box. Yeah, the 100 round blicky. Yes, Lord. Yeah. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers, GMGettes, through it all, good times, bad times, in a soft love or in a tough love moment, I want you to smile. 'Cause you never know what it might do for somebody in their moment of need, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose, and stop being sidetracked with a lot of this sucker shit and bullshittery. Let me sidestep. Now, a street sweeper was the the shotgun with the drum on it. That was the street sweeper. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm not anti you. I'm pro me, but with an emphasis on building we. Let that marinate in your melon till the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that MF and day, baby, I'll holler. You better love somebody and learn what a really an ally is and who the real enemy is. You feel me?
We're one big happy family. We're GMG. One big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speech.
Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Don't let nobody tell you what you is or what you ain't and what you can't be. It's Wednesday's the hump day. Hopefully, you're getting over it in a positive and prosperous manner. As long as you breathe, you got a choice to live out your purpose. Work to that. Work to that. Everything will work out, you know, how it's supposed to. Y'all be blessed. I'm up off of here. Shout out to you and to you.